Okay, we should be streaming now. In case it didn't capture what I was doing, because we were having some technical difficulties. So we went ahead and got an apple tree production and a small foil production, sold off some of our silage, fertilized our field, and right now we're just working on producing or getting water into our productions. So that's basically all we got going on. Um, I thought I was streaming earlier. It wasn't popping up. So hopefully all that's been fixed and we can get underway on this again. Um, I did have to change out my water barrel because the wooden one was not working. I could fill it, but it would not empty, and I don't know what was going on with that. I tried it with the sheep pen. I tried it with our salt production. It just did not want to empty out and fill up our stuff. So we had to go ahead and change out our tank. Oh, I am filling the wrong production. I am trying to fill up the small foil. There we go. So we decided to do Napa, cabbage, and spring onions in this. Hey, nice guy, how you doing tonight? So yeah, we're doing a Napa, cabbage, and spring onions inside our foil. And we are going to grow the apples. Eventually, I want to get apple juice production. I'm glad to hear that, buddy. We actually started streaming earlier, but we're having some issues with it not popping up. And I was just working along until my daughter's like, hey, why am I not finding your stream? So I had to stop what I was doing, go through, figure out what was going on with that, and now we're back at it again. I plan to put out at least one episode a week or one live stream a week when possible. Things are getting pretty busy around here again. Let's see where we're at on this. Yeah, that should be plenty of water for now. I'm kind of upset we weren't able to use the wood barrel for water. I was really looking forward to that, but for some reason it's just not working right now. Now we do need to fix our fuel situation. So let's go ahead and get in the construction. And we will take our cheapest one possible for now, which I believe is going to be this one. Hey, that's fine. Do what you got to do, man. Don't really like that location, but it'll work right here. Now we can fill up fuel whenever we need. Let's put as much as we can into here. Oh, nice. You know, I ended up getting a smoker for Father's Day. And tonight I threw a whole chicken onto it, and that turned out wonderfully. Oh, that's not the item I want to pick up. I wanted to go sell what little bit of silage we got. I'm also debating on selling off our hay just to bring in some extra money. We got plenty of grass here. So if we were to sell off our hay, we would still be able to produce plenty for later on. Like eventually I'm gonna need it so I can do cattle, but currently it's not as needed. While we're driving over there, let's see what hay prices are right now. Ooh, this is actually one of the best times to sell hay. Yeah, we're gonna sell off hay because it's currently at its peak. Oh no, that's not always good. Okay, that should be good. We should get about 2 grand, maybe 3 grand off this sale. Ah, we making spaghetti tonight? Well, looks like we got 2,700 on that sale. Ooh, chicken Alfredo. That sounds wonderful. I plan to take the leftover chicken tomorrow, and I might do that. I don't know if I'll do that or make a homemade chicken soup. Both sound pretty good right now. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this hay. We'll sell it because it's at the peak price. And we got plenty of grass over there as well as the meadow for the sheep, so they don't really need it right now. It's not a lot to be sold, but it'll still make a good profit. Because if you've been following from the beginning, you'll know we've mowed this entire section of property that we have and put it all into here. So this is all pure profit on our end right now. And that production is going to be producing for a long while yet. I gotta check, but last I saw we had like 300 and some thousand liters in there still. So that'll produce for a long time for us. Alright, get back over to here again. That was another $1,500 for us. And we should have just under a full load left of the hay. There we go. 10% shy of a full load. But it should still bring us in decent money. And then we can skip towards January. Now, I am thinking about getting a rice paddy going. We need a little bit more money for that, I believe. But I do want to grow some rice. I'll start out with just long grain rice, because that I got the seeder for. I can use that. And I don't have to buy the special rice harvester and all that. But eventually I do want to get regular rice as well, which means we'll have to look into the harvester, the planter, and the greenhouse that grows the rice saplings. But if we get the field up and start with long grain rice, we'll have all that ready. All right, nice guy. We'll see you in a bit. All right, let's see what the final tally is going to come to for this one. $1,400 for that. Oh, $1,400 exactly for that. Okay. So that brought us up to 57.26. That was a quick break. A lot of back and forth here. You know, I should look into the apple juice production and selling points for our farm. Also need to look into get some sheds and barns built. And a silo would be nice too. Let's go ahead and park this over here. All right. Now, if I remember correctly, we planted grass in our field. Yes, we planted grass. So I do need to get another field planted over here with another crop. And we can get one started. Nothing will be ready to plant yet, though, is the downfall. Let's look at silos. We got that one for 35. It was in the last episode, episode 2. We got it finished and planted. Now this is a silo. I've never used it before, but I'm thinking it might be too difficult with the two wagons I got to do that one. What is this? Small bale. Okay. This is an open heat one for manure. This one's used for crops. It's basically just an area to dump it. I like this. We ain't got enough money for it, so when we get the money, I think we'll build this silo. It's only 10 grand, or we could go with this one. Because I don't see any cheaper options. Oh, that's fine, buddy. Just thanks for coming in and watching. You know, I appreciate the support. Now, I do believe. Yes, we. Oh, that's awful small though. This would be good. A little small, but we could do stuff like that to start with to put some of our equipment away at least. Yeah, let's do this one. So we can get some of our equipment put away when we're done today. And we can move our seeds and stuff into there as well. And for our bigger equipment, we'll get a bigger one later. Hey, that's fine. I'm the same way sometimes. All right, let's go ahead and plow another field. How much was this plow? That's why we got it. It was the cheapest one we could. And we're just under the horsepower requirement. Even though we can use it, it's a little difficult because it does take more than we got. All right, we'll leave a little road between the two fields. This will take us forever again. It's one downfall. Tractor is definitely on the list of things to upgrade at some point. Oh, I forgot that air show is going on tonight. Kind of sucks because they fly over my house because the airport's just behind me a little ways. Like maybe a mile at most. Yeah, so we'll get this field planted. Yeah, I did eat. I smoked a chicken on my smoker. My week's going all right. It's been pretty hectic and busy. Even though summer's here and kids are out of school, they all got sports and stuff like that going on that I got to transport them to. Yeah, other than that, my week's going fairly well. We did lose the family bird, ended up going out and got another one. So there was that. Nice. My son just graduated from being ninth grade to 10th grade this year. My twins will be 12th grade next year, and my youngest will be 7th. Thank you. I appreciate that. We've had it for 17 years, so it wasn't a young bird, but she'll be missed. Let's see. Thinking this will be big enough. Right there. Doesn't have to be a giant field. The nice thing about this being so slow and being underpowered is it's easier to keep a straight line. Yeah, I know that feeling very well. It's one of the downfalls to cooking anything really is being patient enough for it to finish. Okay, looks like we're almost where we want to be. That looks good right there. Yeah, the grass is going to take a couple months before it's ready to cut again. I think it's like a 3 or 4 month cycle for grass growth. There we are. And now we just gotta get these up and downs finished. Like I said, we can't plant anything in December, but we can make our plans for what we're going to plant. In February, we could do cotton, but we don't have a cotton harvester. So we'll probably wait until April or March. We can do oats in March. They grow fairly quickly. If we plant in March, they'll be ready in July. And then we could do canola in August. Yeah, we might do oats. Want to see when long grain rice is April as well. So if we can get enough money together to plant a rice paddy down before April, we can start doing rice. Now, keep an eye out in the future. I might start doing a second series as well as this one tile challenge. I'm not sure if it'll be a roleplay series or a survival series. But I am working on something else to start doing as well. And I've even considered going back onto FS22 and doing a few old school videos as well. No, I don't have the capability to do stuff like that. That's more for your computer players. I don't have the mods necessary to get me down to $0 completely. I am considering a survival series of sorts where I'll go through before I start the series and calculate how much each piece of equipment and land would be to get me started, to get me down to a zero balance before the start of the survival or role play, and try to go about it that way. But I also got to take into account how much seed and stuff like that I would need to get me started. Yeah, definitely need to upgrade this tractor. Yeah, what's up? What's your question? Oh, yes. You can burn noodles. I have done it multiple times. If you don't stir them periodically and they just sit on the bottom of the pot, you will easily burn noodles. Same thing with rice. A lot of people think that's impossible to do, but it's not. It is very possible. I hope that question doesn't mean you burnt your noodles, because that'd be sad. Yep, we're just gonna get this done. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we'll get this done, and like I said, in March we'll plant oats. All right, see you in a moment. We could even consider doing sugarcane if we could get the right equipment. Sugarcane is, from what I understand, I've never actually used it in game, but from what I understand, sugarcane is a lot like grass where you cut it and it keeps coming back. If that's the case, then that could be a good production setup and keep us in the money for a while. Low it, it would lower our input cost as well. Oh man, pass and a half, really? So much for a good stretch. I think I'd like to get my account up to about 150,000 before we start paying off our loan. And I think I'll do it in either 50 or 100,000 increment. I mean, it's only a $500,000 loan, so it's not that big a deal. But long term, to get a good, successful farm, we want to be without debt. But I want to make sure I got enough into the account for any expenditures we want to make. Yeah, that's the best way to test. There's also the wall method, but I don't recommend that. Parents aren't too thrilled when you do that. All right, that field is finished. I wish we had a rock picker. I really do. Oh, and now we got the shed. We can actually park this right inside of it. Nice. And if we wanted, we could stack implements in front of each other. So, yeah, that's the way I feel when I'm cooking. I just wish it were done. Hate standing over the stove and having to deal with it sometimes. There we go. I know I'll be using that next, so we'll put that in front of our plow. Our seeder's too big to fit in there, so we won't worry about that, but we'll move it to a better location. And this should fit up in there. Yeah, I think this will fit up in here. There we go. We'll get that up in there. And we'll just butt this right up against it like that. Um, the rest of the equipment can pretty much stay where it's at for now. We'll park this in here as well. Sounds good, nice guy. Now we're going to park this stuff in here as well against that back wall. But I want the full pellet first. Yep, that's fine. Alright, that's a good spot right there to stack our seeds up. Everything's a little more organized now. I checked the sheep earlier. I filled up both those productions. Let's check the salt production. It should still be fine. I don't think it needs anything right now. Yeah, it looks like it's still got plenty of water, still producing. 10 water for 1 flour salt, 4 fine salt, and 5 coarse salt. So yeah, that's got a while before it's going to be ready. Okay, sounds good. You can always check in, see if I'm still on later or not. I don't know if I will be. Not too sure how long I'll be on tonight. I do have a few things to do. All right, you have a good one, nice guy. We'll catch you next time. All right, let's sleep till the next month. I'm guessing our productions will probably need water. We'll check the sheep. They might need some water as well. Come on. All right, there we go. We'll start by filling up this production with water first. All right, that's good. Didn't need a lot, which is nice. Get this refilled. Now we'll drive over towards the apples, drop it off there. I do believe I turned this production on. And yeah, it looks like we already have our first set of apples. All right, that didn't take a whole lot. Let's see about this one over here. Ooh, thirsty. We'll get more and bring it over just in case. I do eventually want to get to the point where we can build roadways throughout the farm, so we're not just driving across grass and whatnot. All right, that didn't take a lot. Let's go ahead and head over towards the sheep pen. Oh, look at all them rocks. I wish we could get them out of there. Let's check our used markets. Nothing we can afford. Still producing some wool. They didn't need much water either. Looks like their food is good. Sheep are happy. Wait a minute. 10 months old. 10 months. 10 months. 10. 10, okay. I didn't think we had any extras, but it looked off to me. Alright, so we're good with water. Everything there's finished. Need to look through our productions, figure out where the apple juice production is. I believe it's in this. Alright, let's get into here. Productions. That's our grape production. I hope I downloaded the one for that. Reserved foods. Dairy. Grain mill, old mill, sawmill. All in one production. Coal mine shaft. Ah, here it is. 10 grand is what we need. So we need another 4 grand. And we can get our apple juice production. So to me, that means we need to go sell some silage and hay. Okay. We're also going to need some forks for the front of this at some point. I can get away with not using them if I have to. I really don't want to, but I can. Because I do have liftable pallets on. I don't like using it if I don't have to, though. If I can get forks and do it that way, that's the way I'd rather do it. It just keeps with realism that way. Okay. There we go. Show me some big numbers. All right, we know we need 10 grand. But how much will the forks be? I think those are up here, actually. Yeah, right here, front loader. 7,500. And the forks. We can get away with 250 on the forks. Oh, doesn't give a tractor for that. It's because I know all these go to specific tractors most of the time. Like that goes on a Fendt. That one right there. That goes on that case, that Versatile, that John Deere. But this one doesn't show a tractor. So I wonder if I could get that for my tractor. All right, let's get everything sold. We'll check that. If it works, sweet. If not, I mean, it's $1,000. We'll just get back what we can and get what we need. Honestly, I'm hoping it works. I really am, because that'd be the nice, cheap route we could take. So yeah, we'll just finish selling off silage, start selling and finish selling off the hay, and then we'll get our apple juice production. Once we get the apple juice production, then we'll look at getting the pallet forks for this tractor. Okay. I mean, I could always sell off some equipment too if I really truly needed to. I don't want to, but I could. I also need to look at changing that JL50 so that I can carry my pallets on it. Because I'm going to have rolls soon. I'm going to have vegetables soon. I'm going to have apple juice eventually. I'll be getting salt as well. I mean, these are things I got to think about. Oh no! I wasn't paying attention. Alright. Big numbers, big numbers. Come on now. There's our 10 grand for our production. All right, 2,600. Alright, that should have been the last of the silage. So now we'll be getting hay. Two loads of hay, and then we'll be done. And while I'm thinking about it, we gotta check our grass field. See, okay, it's fully fertilized. I didn't check to see if there were weeds in it. Okay, it looks like there's no weeds, so we're good there. Alright, this ought to give us a grand or two. Turn that on. Turn this on. Both of them need lime. Really ain't worried about rolling. I know they both got a ton of stones in them. Alright, one more load of hay. Alright. Last load of hay for the day. Another $1,400. Now let's go get that apple juice production. We'll set that right here. Okay. And we can also try to connect to this. I really hope it works. It would be a nice cheap option for us. Because I honestly don't know what other tractor that would go with. No. Don't look like it's gonna work. Nope. It's not gonna work. Well, it was a good try. I want to go down to the apple production before we put the trailers away. And I'm going to switch it to distribute. I believe if we switch it to distribution, it should automatically go to the apple juice production. Excuse me. We'll go ahead and transport these by hand. Okay. There. And set this to distribution. If we do grapes, we can add that to this production site as well. So that's something to think about. And while I'm thinking about it, I don't want to mess with these just yet. So let's put these to selling. We'll just turn everything on, maximize our potential. Set it to selling. We're just going to leave these right here since this is what we mostly use it for right now. Oh, nope. Wrong button. There we go. Okay. Our little field, or our little farm is growing. Slowly but surely it is growing. Okay. I want to look. Oh, that would be nice too. We just don't have enough. Um, I want to look at how much the size I want would be. Okay, looks like I might have to do some flattening out there. Hmm. Well, let's start with water. Get everything watered. February is cotton, but we don't have a cotton picker, so it wouldn't do us any good. Um, yeah, we can't do anything till March planting wise. Oats and cotton. Yeah, nothing we can really do right now other than take care of what we got. Trying to think of what else we can do. See how much they've produced already. It's only 409 liters there. Grass is growing slowly but surely. Still waiting to plant that. Oh, I bet you that field would look good right here. Yeah, let's try that. Leave a good space here. That would work. Oh, we're in the negatives though. I mean, we already planted it, so it is what it is. I didn't expect it to allow us if we didn't have the cash. But what's done is done. Looks like we already got our first pellet of apple juice. All right, we'll get more water for that. Ooh, I don't like being in negatives. Really don't like that. We still gotta shape the land around it and everything. Oh, it's not gonna let us get any more water, huh? Okay. We'll just have to live with what we got. Let's go ahead and top off our fuel. Alright. We'll get this ready for next month so we can plant oat. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And yeah, I'll do that. We'll dump out the fertilizer from this trailer. And place some inside of the seeder. That should be good enough. If we need more, we can always grab it. Actually, let's go ahead and top everything up. And if I go around the backside, I should be able to pick up the seed through that. Yeah, like that. It's not very realistic, but it works for what I want. And we'll take these, place them right back. Oh, we already had some? Oh well. There. Yeah, so this month is very short, not much to do. Okay. March. Oats. Let's get them planted. First actual crop going into the ground. And we are off. Let's get this all planted up. And then we can look into our productions, see what's going on there. Looks like we got even more of the apple juice over there. Yeah, I don't like the way the ground is on that field. We'll deal with it for now, but I think I'll take it down, reflatten the area, and then change it so that it drops instead of raises next time. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. But like I said, for right now, that's fine. I mean, once we start growing our rice saplings, get our other harvester and planter, it won't be as big a deal because they are small. They'll do fine up on that area. It's our big harvester that's going to give us issues. Oof. While we're planting, let me check. It says it's ready to cut, but I think it can go another month before I cut it. I'll go over and look at it closer, but I think it can wait another month. I want to hit this little strip right here before I forget about it. There we go. Yeah, just got to get this field planted, check productions, check the sheep. Really not a lot to do, especially when we're in the hole. I mean, we could probably sell off silage and hay again. It's probably not the best month for them. Well, actually, it is the best month for hay. Let's check silage. It's not the best month for silage, though. Peak month will be next month. but it's not that far off. I mean, we could still do it. It's not a whole lot we'd miss out on. Looking good. Final pass of the field. Then we'll switch it to long grain rice. All right. Oh, passed right over it. There we go, long grain rice. And we'll get it set up here. Oh, I was afraid of that. We'll get this set up so next month all we gotta do is hop in to the tractor, come up here, connect to it, and start planting. There we go. That's already at storing, storing, storing. We are out of grass. I don't know if this is actually distributing the stuff or not. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But we have what, 4,000 liters of apple juice. Okay, we'll sell all our hay and silage. Get rid of as much debt as we can. Then we will come back and get our... Oh, we got a salt ready as well. We're going to sell everything we can right now. I mean, we got to get out of debt. We can't stay in debt like this. So we will go on a selling spree. And we'll have to get some grass cut next month as well, I believe. As much as we can. Oh, we need to get a way of transporting the grass too. We got rid of our baler. So we're going to have to look into getting a baler or a forage harvester. We'll probably go with forage harvester. We'll look at those after this. See what we're looking at price-wise and go from there. I may have made a few mistakes along the way that's going to cost us this challenge. Thanks, Herd. I appreciate it. Looks like I wasn't getting my messages in time. My game is lagging. Go on, Red. Plus, you can wait. While we're driving, I'm going to look at how much I can get for my spreader if I sell it. 16,000, huh? I don't know. It is empty. Got a lot to think about. Yeah, we got a lot to figure out to get us out of debt here. Oh! Come on, make it up that hill. And of course, we're going to run into traffic. Let's see, a little bit farther, right there. Okay. Let's see where this gets us. We may sell our spreader just to get us out of debt. So I don't think selling all the silage and hay is going to help with that. We also need to look. What is that? Okay. Add a forage wagon. Oh, we definitely ain't getting no forage wagons. And I got rid of that because I did not like it. Oh, we could go with that. We might have to go with that. I do not remember why I got rid of all my hay equipment. All right, we've got another load of silage after this. Not much, but some. Front wagon holds 8,500. So depending on how much silage we got left in there, we might just put it all back into the red container, the red wagon, and put hay in the front wagon. That way we're not wasting the trip. Because I believe the back one holds like 16,000 liters. It's going to be close. Us getting out of debt will be close. Now, if you remember watching episode 1, we got that Bradle spreader on sale. It was in the used market. All right, we got it here. It was really cheap. And it was kind of a deal we couldn't pass up. It was just one of those things where it's like, we gotta do it. Not doing it would be a mistake. And now I'm regretting it a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna put it all in the back. All right, and then we'll fill up some hay as well. There we go. Not a bad deal. Okay, I think we will get out of debt here. That hay's gonna do it. I also need to look. I need to pull into here real quick and check something. Customize. Load lifting left. Load right. Capacity. Loading left. Oh, it's not going to cost me anything. Good. Very good. So what we'll do is we'll get all the hay sold. Then we'll convert the trailer, load up all our pallets of goods, get those sold. And after we do all that, we'll look at what we need to do for the farm. Hay equipment, because we're going to have to cut that grass. We got the mower. That's not an issue. We have a mower. We need a baler. And we need a windrower. We can go super cheap with those for now. Let's look at a cheap windrower. So we got one for $5,000. We could always do hand baling windrowing with a pitchfork. That would be $50. That would be cheap. Oh, we can do this one. Yeah, we can do that for 800. I don't really like that one, but we can do that. That'll keep it cheap. And our baler. Wait till you see what we're gonna do for that, folks. It is gonna blow your mind at how ridiculous it'll be. I messed around with it off camera on a different playthrough I got going on just to see how it worked. It does actually work fairly well. It moves slow, but it does work. It's a bit ridiculous, It's definitely old school, but for what we're doing, it's perfect. We don't need bales to be wrapped or anything like that because we have our little haystack. I don't know what it's called, but that's what I'm going to call it, a little haystack production. So, yeah, it'll work. We're going to make it. We're going to be out of debt before the end of this month. Our mistake was not that dire. It was fixable. We were managing. Honestly, I don't think we would have went in debt if we would have done all this first. Ooh, that income was super low. Now I'm starting to wonder it may be a slog. Uh, you know what? I'm just going to think positive. Everything will work out. I mean, we don't need the hay equipment till next month anyway, but we're going to make it all work out. It's going to work out. All right, if we can get a couple more loads like this, we'll be fine. Because the rest of it will get us where we need to be. Our productions should produce decently for us. I still haven't checked to see how much that stuff would be. Ah, this is why you should always pay attention to the road, folks. All right, now let's finish looking. Apple juice right there. That's not the best time to sell them. Oh, there's no sell point. Oh, man. Bet you the same with the salt. Oh, no. Come on. Where's the fine salt and the flour salt? It's going to be under F. Flour of salt. Okay, farmer's market does take that. Fine salt, farmer's market does take. Oh, thank God. We got to figure out the sell point for the apples and apple juice. But we're that much closer to being paid off. Now on the way down, there's really nothing we can run into, so I can get it set into a line, set that, come down, look here, go to sell point. Pretty sure it's going to be near the bottom somewhere. Salt Merchants 35. Passed by where we needed. How much is left? Okay, we're going to have to come back for a little bit more hay. But we still got to figure out the selling point. I don't know if this will take our apple juice or not. Oh, this will. That will take it. Okay. That's what we're going to get then. That market stall for 500. Okay. That part's figured out. Now, we just got to finish making money. All right. That little bit of hay will fit in the red wagon. So, what we'll do... why is my comments not popping up? One moment, folks. I gotta figure out what's going on here. There we go. I don't know if I'm missing your comments or not because it's disappeared off my screen. But, yeah. We'll reconfigure the JL50 after we sell all this. Go back, pick up that last little bit of hay and all our items from our productions. Just finish selling everything, get what we need. Right there, we can sell our apple juice now. And we are out of debt. We now have enough to get our apple juice production market sell point. So let's go ahead and get that in place. So let's set you right here. There we go. Now we'll go reconfigure our JL50. There we go. Make it through. Make it through. Yeah, there we go. Not a whole lot of hay left here. Only 5,000 liters. But every little bit's going to help at this point. Oh, we can't lift that. It doesn't work with the liftable pallets mod. I'm sure we don't have a full thing of wool yet, but we're going to get it anyway. Yeah. It's not much, but it'll work. Woo! The sheep are going to need water. You know, maybe I should have configured it to the right side instead of the left, but that's okay. We're still going to do what we need to do. Ooh, $8,900 for that. Not bad, not bad at all. We need to start producing more apples. I need to look at how much that other apple production was. I need to figure out where to sell wool. Farmer's market. Only place we got. It's fine the way it is. Let's just cut across. Now, we can do something. Oh, grape. That grape harvester right there. I would love to get it. All right, so windrower. Boom. Purchased. The baler you're going to laugh at. Yes, a wooden box. I've decided we're going back. We're going to get that salt. I believe the salt's worth like $2,000. We kind of need that money. I know this isn't the proper way into the market, but this is our way. Let's leave that right there for now. Come on, I know you fit. There we go. Alright, this is going to require me to be up close and personal. Try and do this. Alright. This, I know for a fact I can lift up. Don't know why, but for some reason it lets you lift it up without super strength. So we're going to place this right here. Alright. And if I do this, hopefully that'll stay on there. Pick up our wagons, head back, and this way I can get everything taken back to our farm. I know this ain't proper, but it'll work for now. We'll drop the red wagon here because we don't really need to carry it with us anywhere now. Try and drop off this here. Come on. You know you want to get left behind. There we go. And wait until you see how this thing works, guys. Alright, we'll just leave it right there. Now we can pick up our salt. Load that onto the trailer and head to the farmer's market. And now we're off to make some sales. Alright. I wish we had a full pallet of wool, but I just couldn't wait anymore on that. I needed to get it out. I need what little cash we can get from it. I am glad to finally have forks on the tractor, though, that's for sure. right. Man, I really want that harvester. That could get our grape juice production up and running too. I mean, let's look at what we need to do grapes, other than the grapevines themselves. We need the grape harvester, which ain't cheap. We need the grape trailer, not cheap. And all the specialized tools, not cheap. But that's okay, we'll get there. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, we gotta go to the other side to sell all this. Oh, wait. Looks like salt rolls right there. Okay. So we're at 2,500. Another 743 for the wall. Puts us at 3252. That I can deal with for now. Can't buy much right now, but yeah, this stuff just isn't cheap. It's even got its own specialized manure spreader. That is another type of harvester. Huh. It's the cheapest one, too. Probably not the safest way to do this, but oh well. Well, with that, I think we can put March to bed. Move on to April. Plant rice. And after we plant the rice, we can look at other things. I know I need a new spreader again. I don't know how much that's going to run us. We got these ones here. I don't know how good they are. And then we got these ones that I'd like to get into. Could always do hand spread if need be. Don't quite have enough, but I do want to look into the other production for apples. So let's go ahead and look up that production for the apples. So we got that. Looks like we can do strawberries there as well. Huh. All right, production. Apple orchard. Or no, I think that was under greenhouses actually. Yeah, right here, 4,000. We'll have to look into doing that. I do want to look something else though. Right here. We could get one. All right, we'll look into that later. I wish I could pick that up and move it. Super strength would be handy to have. If only they had it for PS5. Let's move on to April. Okay. Ooh, she's getting harder to start. Well, the moment I've been waiting for. We are starting rice production. Wrong button. Yep, this is going to take us a while. I just wanted to get the outlines done real quick. Oh, no, 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 don't fall off. Do not do that. All right, sorry about that. I had to mute for a bit. Wife was just getting up to go to work. And yep, we are just plugging away on this. We do need to check our productions for water. I'm sure a lot of them need water right now. We also need to check on our apples to make sure it's actually distributing the apples from the tree production to the apple juice production. And I can foresee that apple juice production being a big money maker for us. Yep, just start doing our little ups and downs here. Now that we got the hard part, which is the outer edge finished, I ain't worried about falling off and messing that up now. Oh, no, no, no. Don't do that. Just like that. Yep. There we go. Yep, we'll check our salt production, make sure that's got water, check our lambs or sheep, make sure they got food and water, check our vegetable garden, that it has water, check the apples. We may delete the apple production we have right now and switch it to the bigger one. I haven't quite decided yet. But as much as apple juice is going for, I'm thinking that would be the best choice. I foresee that more apples being made would bring in more money long term. And with that, we are done. Now we can move on to the other stuff we gotta do, like cutting the grass, tedding the grass, baling the grass. Ooh, we never did get a bale wagon. Alright, that's our next step. We gotta look at a bale wagon, folks. Let's look at what that's going to run us. Bale wagon will be here. 15, 17. Okay. We should also have some down here. That's a spear. 20, 6,000, 8,000. Well, I guess we'll go with that one for now. It's more than I was willing to pay, but oh, we should have went with this one. Yeah, we're gonna pick this one up. We'll sell the one we just got, get as much back as we can. There it is. Well, we've lost 900 bucks on it. I'm okay with that. I should have checked the auto or the used market first, and I did not. That is completely on me. Oh, spreaders. I know we didn't sell ours yet, but let's look at a different spreader. Where are my spreaders? I like that one. Let's see how much that Brettle will sell for. Yeah, we don't really need that Brettle. We can just go with this one for 75. A little more cushion. Oh. Let's go cut some grass. Not sure how good the yield will be, but that's okay. Now, if I had another tractor, I would set a worker and go take care of other things. As a matter of fact, let's look at some small tractors. What has that got? 32 horse. $50 horse can do quite a bit with the equipment we have. This has its own equipment. Hmm. We're gonna do it. Gonna get the 710. Oh, nope. There we go.
Where's my mom?
Ah, dang it. There we go. All right. Might as well take the hay trailer with us, bale trailer. Okay. All right. First thing we'll do is we'll get water. We'll drop this off, pick up the water trailer, get water, and start refilling our productions. I know we haven't done it in a while, so I'm sure they all need some water some point. But yeah, now we got 2 tractors. We can get multiple things done at once. Don't understand why it wouldn't let us get water before. I mean, the water is supposed to be free. But, I mean, it is what it is, right? Ooh, she was thirsty. Maybe I'll move that pole to the back. I don't know yet. Yeah, this one was thirsty as well. While we're doing this, oh, we'll just leave that one there. We'll have a second one. I don't like having to go back and forth for water. I'm gonna start putting water facilities near all my areas that require it. And we'll put another one back here by the sheep. Remember, the sheep are going to be changed out later. I mean, this is only temporary, the size of it. I want a much bigger sheep pen. Yeah, this was definitely thirsty for water. While that is filling up what little water there is, let's get in here. Distribution and start. 50,000 liters for this one. You know, the water barrel might be the next thing we need to upgrade. Already got a pallet of apple juice. Hoping to see more of that soon. Let's look at how much water barrels are. Oh, right there. So this one is 2,000. The one we are using is 32. That's not bad. 9,500. All right, that's what we're gonna aim for now. I mean, this one we could really go out. Do a 50,000 liter for 11. Yeah, this doesn't only give us good money, it also looks nice too. We may still take that other one down and rebuild it. Do the bigger one as well, right there. Just because that one lone tree looks terrible by itself. How are we looking now? Barely put a dent in her. Yep, this is going to take forever to get filled up. If I'll put one of these right there. Yes. Let's see if it's actually filling though. All right, we are full. Oh, we still gotta check on the sheep. Oh, yeah. Good old sheep. Now, I don't think I can start the water on here until next month. Yeah, I can't flood it till next month. That's okay, though. Now, at some point, I do want to get flour or some kind of production for the rice. I don't know if I have the rice flour production mod installed or not, but we can decide that later. If I don't have it installed, I can always install it while off screen. Or off camera, I should say. There we go. Let's just leave this here. No, we'll take it back. I mean, I gotta go back up there anyway. Hmm. Interesting. Hey, nice guy, how are you? Oh, stream is not over yet. We have gotten some more updates while you're gone. We'll leave that right there. Um, you're gonna get a kick out of our new baler, I think. We picked up another uh, tractor. It's a smaller one, but I figured I'd put a worker on the grass field, have it mowed while I was dealing with other issues. But it's the old trusty 710 John Deere. We did get our oats planted, and we got long grain rice growing over there. All right, let's get this all tied up. Oh, let's switch to this tractor, get it out the way. Wow, worker left a lot of grass. Let's finish it up real quick. Like a lot of grass. Not sure why they did this, but well, we can clean it up. Like small patches, I don't mind, but we're near leaving this much. That's a lot of profit right there going to waste. Might as well check the other side while we're at it. Yeah, just as I feared, they left a lot down here too. Oh, I'd have to go back and check. I know we have to keep this tractor. We have to keep the C or JL50 trailer, hard mode. We're not allowed to lease anything. We're not allowed to take out any loans. We start with a $500,000 loan. Uh, that's all I can recall off the top of my head. There was a shed that you had to start with, but you could sell it. I went ahead and sold it because I wasn't going to use it. That's fine. Okay, we'll get this put over in the shed real quick. So let's see. I added another apple production to our farm, as well as got the juice production and the selling kiosk for it. And while I'm over here, I might as well grab the baler and the bale trailer. And I will haul those over to the field so that when we're done tedding, we can start baling. Like I said, I think you'll get a kick out of what our baler is. I found it in the mod store, or mod hub, and I was playing around with it on another playthrough that I'm doing just for myself. It's kind of like a testing playthrough. When I find new mods, I go to that one, I mess around with them, figure out what works, what don't. And I found this baler, and I actually liked it. It's a little slow. But yeah, this is our baler. I hope it stays up there while we drive. Okay. Now, the windrower we got, we're not going to keep long term. I do not care for it all that much. But it was cheap and it'll get the job done for now. And I don't understand or don't remember why we sold all our hay equipment before, but yeah, I had to go and find the money real quick to get haying equipment because we didn't have anything left. So I had to find the new baler, had to find a tedder. We still had our mower, which is surprising, but for some reason we sold everything else off without thinking it through very well. I think it was the size of the bales was too small for what I wanted to do. But we just don't have the money to get the balers I would want to use. Yes, I have played it. I haven't played it in a long time. Probably about a year or so since I last played GTA. I have started going back and playing some of the older games, like San Andreas. And GTA 3 I pulled out the other day and was playing. Alright, well, stick with me. This is going to take some time to get all these windrows made up. Not exactly the biggest windrower we got, but it's $800. It'll get upgraded as soon as we can afford it. So we'll just get all these windrows made up. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. Hire a worker and then get started on the bale. We're going to go ahead and do that. Finally get to show off this new baler. No engine on this thing, but it still tells you to start the engine first. That's hilarious. All right, let's get going. Yep, this is our new baler, guys. $500 baler. We just walk around and make bales with a wooden crate. I mean, to make money, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. The one thing I don't like about it is, right, definitely old fashioned. But the one thing I don't like is having to stop to pull the bales out. That's why I don't really like using round balers so much, is you gotta stop. Hey, dude, you're in my way. I mean, I don't understand why the worker trying to come down this way anyway. Clearly, those windrows been made already. I'll get down to the end of the road and get out of his way so he'll go and do his job. Yeah, when I saw this in the mod hub, I thought it was just a neat little tool. When I do my vintage playthroughs or my old schools, I can use this to get us going and whatnot. It'll be a nice little gimmick. But when I was looking at needing stuff and I didn't have the money, I was like, well, hey, it's cheap and it works. So to get us going, this is what we're going to use. This worker is costing me money and he's not even doing his job right. Alright, dude. Figure out what you're gonna do and get out of my way. He is not gonna put a windrow right there. He is. Okay. Ruining my beautiful windrow I made. This is almost good for ASMR. I like how he just glides towards the front. Like his legs don't even move, he just glides. Now, I have tried going into first person view, but it doesn't let me. But yeah, you just walk around with a box and a hay rake, and there you go, a little pitchfork. And if I wanted to do windrows, I can pull it up here. Where is it? Windrower. They actually have a pitchfork for doing windrows. Oh wow, he put one way over there too. There we go. Not liking the worker we hired. Oh, we have done 17 bales already with this thing. They're not the biggest bales, but they get the job done. I just hope our auto load system works with this. Because if it doesn't, that's going to cause me all types of grief. I love listening to the Wood Creek. Oh, pick up what we've left back there. Yeah, if you're not offset just right, it doesn't seem to want to pick them up. Oh, that's fine, man. Honestly, I can't wait for 6 to come out. If it's as good as it looks in the videos, it's going to be a fun one to play again. Yeah, I am tempted. Alright, we're going to leave this right here. I do want to make sure that this trailer is going to work for my bales. I really hope it does. Oh, it's not supported. That really sucks. Let me look at the trailer I got. Which is this one. Oh, I bet you these are like 180s or 120s or 80. So I need 8 grand for a trailer that would work with it. So I know it works with this trailer or wagon. Mm, This one doesn't have straps on it. Can I get it with strap? Hmm. All right, we'll go put this trailer up. We'll get the other trailer we have, the JL50, because that one at least has straps on it. And we'll just save this for when we get a bigger baler. That does at least a 125. Luckily, these bales are small enough that I can lift them up, so I'll just stack them in here. And like I said, this one has straps in it, so I can strap them down. But with all this having to be done by hand, I may end up doing all this off camera. I do think this little baler's pretty awesome, though. Just the way it operates. And to think that our ancestors did it like this back in the old days. Mm, Something special. You know what? I might have to back up and get this. Just because that's going to drive me crazy if I don't. I mean, we're cruising along right at 5 mile an hour doing this. If we didn't have to stop so often, it wouldn't be that bad a deal. Each bale's only 500 liters, too. So they're not very big bales. Let's take a look. See, this is what I prefer using is this 120 here, but doesn't fit most trailers. The rest are 175, which means I gotta go to the round bales to get a decently priced one. Might have to look in the mod shop, mod hub later and see what better bales are out there for cheap. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So I think I'm going to call this video right here. And I'll finish all this hay or all this grass bales up off camera. And I'm going to go over to the mod hub, look through it, and see what kind of balers are available that I could get that are cheaper. So, all right, nice guy. You have a good evening. Anybody else that's watching, have a great evening. We will catch you next time. Thanks again. Have a good night.